Storm forces end to today's proceedings at Mangaung, and traffic authorities slam the behaviour on our roads. Good afternoon. A hailstorm warning has forced the suspension of activities at the ANC's Mangaung conference. The Free State disaster team issued the warning about an approaching storm. Voting for National Executive Committee posts as well as a plenary session have been suspended. Delegates were evacuated from the two large marquees to brick structures. ANC members at the conference have been voting today for a new 80-member NEC. The results of that poll are expected tomorrow. ANC spokesperson Jackson Mthembu.
We have evacuated delegates from plenary, but also the PPF tent, and we have asked the media to evacuate people from any structure that they might have put up that is not solid, including the radio stations where they are housed in a tent.
Women are expected to feature strongly in the new National Executive Committee when the final results do come through. The ANC has a 50% gender quota rule. Machlatsi Gallons reports.
The 50-50 gender quota means that some of the men will not make it even if they get more votes than the women. Jackson Mthembu says they will follow the constitution.
If women, for instance, starts at number 80, 81, etc., so we'll have to remove a number of men.
A good number of women were nominated, including the MKMVA's Ayanda Tlotlo, former ministers under Thabo Mbeki's presidency, Toko Didiza, Geraldine Fraser-Moleketi, alongside former Western Cape Premier Lynn Brown and Gauteng Education MEC Barbara Creasy. Mahlatsi Gallens, SABC News, Mangaung.
Advocate George Bezos has argued at the Marikana Commission of Inquiry in Rustenburg in the northwest that police photographs show that their claims of self-defense don't hold water. He's been cross-examining an expert on public order policing. Bezos is representing the Legal Resource Centre. He says that moments after the shooting in which 34 miners died, police were seen standing in a neat line while bodies lay scattered a short distance away.
If, in fact, time shown on this photograph was at 3:58 and the shooting started seconds before that, if the shooting started, because we actually have photographic material which contradicts the printed version, then this was taken a few seconds after the shooting.
A police contingent has meanwhile been deployed to Marikana's infamous hill, where scores of Lonmin miners are expected to converge. It's reported that most of them didn't receive their wage hikes, which Lonmin promised following the strike in August. The miners dismissed the claim, saying payslip details need to be explained to the workers. The Road Traffic Management Corporation says it's shocked with the reckless behaviour of motorists despite the high rate of fatal crashes since the beginning of the festive month. Officials say 647 people have lost their lives in crashes across the country since December 1st. Corporation spokesperson Ashraf Ismail.
We are extremely concerned with the high number of head-on collision type of crashes. Out of the 7 major fatal crashes that have occurred around the country, clearly those type of crashes are the most terrifying for a human body to endure, and therefore the survival rate is extremely low. In more than 65% of the crashes, we have had abuse of alcohol, either by a driver or a pedestrian. Our focus will now move towards the metropolitan urban areas.
Official reports say that at least 2 people have been killed and 3 injured in clashes between security forces and striking miners in eastern Sierra Leone. The Octia Diamond Group says security forces opened fire after workers attempted to attack officials who were called in to resolve the strike. The workers downed tools after the company said they failed to meet production targets and wouldn't be paid bonuses. The top story, a hailstorm warning has forced the suspension of activities at the ANC's Mangaung conference. The Free State disaster team issued the warning about an approaching storm.